Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com, and these are the market positions for November the 23rd, 2011. Now our first trade for tonight is going to be in the Australia-New Zealand cross pair in the Forex market. Now we're looking for a bit of a counter trend position here tonight. Now what we can surmise is that this pair has been going up basically since about the latter part of September. We've had a couple of retracements down to the 18-day predicted moving average, and then we've bounced away from this area. Now we can see that we're starting to turn here again, so this is going to be somewhat of an intraday play. Now what we're going to do is we're playing this off the short-term crossover, so let's bring this up. We can see the short-term crossover has crossed to the downside. The predicted short, medium, and long-term differences are turning down. Predicted MACD is starting to turn down, and then for tonight we're going to switch it up with the predicted stochastic. The stochastic here, again, this indicator can turn flat for an extended period of time, but we can see that we're right on the vantage point overbought line, and we've crossed our trigger to the downside. So we've got some consistency in these indicators. So what we're going to do for tonight is we're going to look to sell into any kind of strength on this particular pair. Now going to our daily report to assist us with that entry point for tomorrow, we have 132.36 and with a predicted low of 130.49. So basically any move towards this area, 132.36, we're going to use that to set our short position. So I'm going to be looking actually around the 132, between 132 and 132.15 is where I would look to set the short positions, and then we're going to target the 130.94 area from an intraday perspective. Now medium and longer term traders, we may be able to get a little further than that to the downside if we can break through that support in the 130.94 level. Now what we're also going to do is we're going to bring up the vantage point predicted high and predicted low on the graph so we can gauge the accuracy of the predicted high and predicted low. So essentially we've, in the last 6 trading days, we've broke above the vantage point predicted high twice. Now the last 2 days you can see that we're basically staying right within the vantage point range. So we would anticipate the same tomorrow, but with a slight downward bias based on the predicted stochastic, the predicted MACD, and the predicted short, medium, and long-term differences, along with that short-term crossover from vantage point. Now we may not be seeing a trend reversal here, but I think there's very good intraday opportunity if we can pick up between 70 and 120 pips on this particular trade. Now that's our first position for tonight. Now our second position for tonight is going to be in the stock market, specifically in the NVIDIA stock, NVDA. This was a terrific stock. We've traded it off and on over the last 12 months. Now despite the weakness, extreme weakness in the S&P 500, the NVIDIA stock continues to hold its own, to be perfectly honest. Now we can see here, if I draw this line right here, oh, hang on a second here. We're going to draw a little bit of a line right across here. We can see some support forming off of this 1350 area. Now stocks are very risky right now in my opinion, but I do like this stock. I've liked this stock, and I like the AMD stock. So for tonight or tomorrow, depending when you're trading this, we are going to focus strictly on the NVIDIA. Now all stops would be below this 1350 area. Now our predicted MACD and our predicted TSI are trying to cross this trigger back to the upside. Predicted short, medium, and long-term differences also challenging the zero line, trying to push higher to form a buy signal on this particular stock. Now when we've closed at 1508, that's a positive sign here. We're above the predicted 3-day, 8-day, and 18-day predicted moving average, making 1459 now a critical level. When we look at going into our crossovers, let's have a look and see what's happening there. Our short-term crossover for the second day in a row has begun to progress, where you can see that we've come down, touched this line, and we're moving higher. Our medium-term crossover is just crossing that trigger. But of course our long-term crossover is trying to cross, but it hasn't completed. So again, what we're doing is looking for indicators that this stock has room to extend. We're going to bring in and we're going to have a look at our predicted stochastic here and see what it's showing. Anything to help us with a sign if this is going to go higher. We can see that the predicted stochastic is actually supportive of a move higher. Now it's a faster moving indicator. That's kind of what we're looking for in this particular scenario. So now that we've assessed that we want to buy this thing on a dip, we think we've got room to move higher. Let's have a look at the predicted high and predicted low. We've got for tomorrow 1457 and 1539. I believe that to be a reasonable play with the Vantage Point 18-day predicted moving average acting as support in that 1459 level. So we're going to use 1459 as our entry point, and we're going to be targeting the 1539 area, maybe a little bit higher. Now if we can pick up a full dollar on a $14 stock, that's a very, very attractive stock. So we're basically risking 1 for 1. We're going to have our stop down below that 1350 level, and we're going to look, so 1 for 1. It's in my opinion a reasonable play. We can see the predicted short, medium, and long-term differences are turning positive. Now this could also be a warning sign that we may be seeing a corrective move in the S&P 500 coming in the days ahead also. That wouldn't surprise me, but I don't think it will be anything significant. I think it will be corrective, and even this stock could be a corrective play. So we definitely want to be sure to take profit when we have the kind of trading environment that we're currently dealing with. So with that said, these are the market positions for November the 23rd, 2011. And again, my name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com.